The Sedition Act could be repealed. The Home Affairs Ministry is proposing this, saying there are new laws which deal with similar offences. The Act criminalises conduct that could weaken Singapore's social fabric and undermine its institutions. There have been 6 prosecutions since it was introduced in 1938.
Authorities say the Sedition Act is of limited application now. That says new laws have been introduced in recent years to address concerns in a more targeted manner. Examples of these new legislation include Maintenance of Religious Harmony Act, Protection from Online Falsehoods and Manipulation Act, and the Administration of Justice Protection Act. The Home Affairs Ministry says one aspect of the Sedition Act, ensuring social cohesion between different groups within Singapore, continues to be relevant. Hence, the Ministry is looking to amend Section 267C of the Penal Code. This is to ensure that disharmony involving groups such as those organised on the basis of nationality or residential status can be dealt with. Section 267C currently prohibits the making and dissemination of material that incites violence. Proposed changes are set to cover other acts, such as speeches and other verbal communications that could lead to scenarios like violence, disobedience to the law, or a breach of peace. But the scope of application will be narrowed by requiring that the offender intended for these scenarios to occur, or that the offender knew or had reason to believe that these will likely occur.
The Sedition Act is a very powerful piece of legislation, and when we talk of sedition, we are essentially referring to acts, which are inherently political and politicized. The repeal, that doesn't signal the government taking away, powers in terms of the signaling effect, that laws which are very broadly drafted, laws which are inherently, that provide for offences which are inherently political and politicized. I think the repeal of the Sedition Act, sends the right signals.
Offences under the Sedition Act are arrestable. With its repeal, the Ministry is proposing to make certain offences in the Penal Code arrestable as well. These include the promotion of disharmony between different religious and racial groups and the deliberate wounding of a person's religious or racial feelings.